What's up, YouTube? West Coast Engineering and Development here. Not graffiti and tags today. I've been getting a lot of questions, questions, and just generalized wondering as to how I do things on the street, living in such a situation that I do. And so I've decided to start making a couple of small little videos here and there as to how I do things in certain ways and situations. And so this is something that I came up with a couple of weeks ago that I was really proud of myself on. So backstory, I had some leafy material that I was trying to smoke, maybe tobacco, maybe not. And I didn't have a lighter. All I had was a bunch of acetone and a lighter that sparked. So I could get acetone lit, but I couldn't have a flame stay constant without it being too big and uncontrollable. So I thought, with my engineering brain that I have, because I've worked on cars and I've done a lot of design work, and if you don't know, I have a background in metal fabrication and welding, which I do. I've worked at fab companies. I've done welding for cars for a long time now. So I have a definite engineer brain. Also considering the fact that both of my parents are engineers, electrical and mechanical, and a lot of my family members are in some way, shape, or form builders. My brother builds computer programs. My other brother works on cars. So I come from an engineering and STEM-based family, STEM being science, technology, engineering, and math-related subjects. So I have that type of brain. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. I had to create some sort of flame source that was in some way, shape, or form controllable, and I decided I was gonna make an original lighter, like how a Zippo lighter is, except big difference. So I had acetone, as I said, and I had a bunch of garbage. This is the wick material that I used. It's just a wet wipe. It was a wet wipe that I took a wet wipe that was dried out, cut it into strips, and then wrapped it up to make a wick. And I took a glass container that had nail polish in it originally. And how I come up with this idea is I was like, maybe if I just fill a nail polish container up with acetone, I can light it and it will be more controlled. And I'm like, that won't work because it doesn't have any way to get the nail polish out the opening, and it just won't work. So I came up with the solution to make a lighter with a wick, and that's what I did. So this is me assembling a wicked lighter made with acetone, and it's a very simple thing to do. I just took the wick in there. Oh, fuck, what was that? I don't know. I'm holding my fucking... That was a failure. Back where I started off. I just made a wick, filled the thing with acetone, and put it together, and made a lighter. This is the most difficult part, right here. Get a little bit up there. And the heat actually pulls the acetone up on its own, and there we go, lighter. So there's a little tip for people who need to burn something, keep warm, want a torch or some kind of light source, and don't have electricity. You can use this in a lot of different situations, emergencies, all sorts of different things. And see, it's continuously staying lit without me lighting it. And this little container filled with acetone and using a wick like a wet one's wipe will probably last 10-15 minutes. And when you have containers of acetone that are that big, that can fill many of these this many times. I could use a container like that and fill this probably 50 times, give or take. There you go. You have a nice little heat source, keep warm, all sorts of different things. This is a very multi-purpose little dealie, but there is something I wanted to share with everyone who may be in a similar situation, or just doesn't have a lighter to light something and they need to light something, and they have acetone in a glass container. And you can use damn near anything for a wick. I wouldn't recommend paper. It would work, but like, you can use hair ties, you can use fucking nylon rope, you can use regular non-nylon rope. There's all sorts of different things you could use to make a wick. And then you have a nice little lighter. Thanks for watching. West Coast Engineering and Development, a new subsection of the West Coast Graffiti and Tags channel, and I'll see you all later.